Hello! Good evening everybody, it's Mark from Visible Image. Again, here to make you a nice cool demo. So how are we today? Let us wait for a few seconds for people to arrive and say hello. We're normally a couple of seconds delay, so I'll give it a few minutes, see who's coming on to say hello. So if you're here, say hello. Well, we have a few already. We have Jane and Linda. Hi, hello. Oh, what a day. The weather here has been absolutely awful. Raining all day, but it's probably been like that most of the week. So, today we are going to crack on with some of our demonstrations for our new coordinating dies. Now, if you haven't already seen, please do check out our YouTube video from yesterday, which was the official launch of the new dies. Coordinating dies to go with some of our best loved sets. So please do check that out. There's a reason why you should check that out, but you'll have to have a look on there. As for the dies, we also have a special introductory offer of a discount on the dies. We wish we'd have brought them out earlier, but there were various reasons why we couldn't do that. But they're here now. So as an offer, we are given a discount of 30%. Now, to get that discount on the website, all you have to do is type in the word DIES30 at checkout. That's DIES 30 on the checkout page, and you will get 30% off those new dies. Pretty cool, I think. Really, really good offer. So, well, we've got quite a few people here today, so I'll say a few hellos to everybody. Who have we got here? Let's have a look. We have Ali, Nicole, hello. Sanma. We have Avril, Country View Crafts, hello. We have Heather, Hazel, Facebook user from Norway. I'm not sure, I can't see who you are, sorry. We have Terry as well, Elaine, Ellie, Haley, Nola, Brenda. Hiya, Brenda. Yeah, so it's great to be back again, doing what I love. I am hand solo tonight. So let's crack on. And we have Janet and Beth as well. So hello everybody. I'll say a few more hellos as I'm doing the demonstration. It's going to be probably around about an hour. A little bit of mixed media. Obviously what I'm going to use is one of our favourite stamp sets is the Totally Toadstools. I'm also going to use the dies that go with that and to create something a little bit more mixed media, bit of fun, so you can you can take away from it whatever you want, whether you want to do more clean and simple or a bit more involved. It's just giving you the ideas of what you can do with that. So hello from Kelly from California. Right, so let me just change the camera so you can have a look at what we've got. Okay, so this is obviously our Totally Toadstool sets. Great, fantastic set. You've got some gorgeous stamps in there. Again, really filled that set as well. Different size toadstools on mushrooms. You've got the grasses there, different grasses. You've got some spores, which is cool. Some little pebbly stones as well, smaller grasses. And then you've got this great sentiment, which is nature heals the soul. So I shall be using that tonight. Again, these are the dies that go with this set. Again, cut out most of the elements, the important ones for this set. Really cool, love it, absolutely love this. For me, so let me just, yeah, for me as a stamper as well and a crafter, it just makes my life so much easier if I can cut the things out really quickly, especially for batch making. If you're making lots of cards, maybe to sell or to give to charities, this is the way to go. It just makes sense. And you can play around with the elements. You can stamp a lot out at the same time and then die cut them all out at the same time, put them in like a Ziploc bag, and then you've got them ready to go as and when you want them. That's what I'm starting to do. So kind of getting ahead of myself here and just have things planned out the way that you want to do it without having to, sometimes you go, I just don't want to do it because of all the extra work involved. This will cut down that element of work for you. So let's have a look again, shall we? I'll say another hello to, we've got Cora and Marit as well, and Maxine and Annie. So hello to all of you there. So we shall crack on now. This is these are the sets I'm going to work with. And we'll have a little drink of water actually. Okay, so we'll start with, I've got a plain piece of card. Let's put them to one side, put them there. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I will grab my chair. I'm going to sit down for this because I find it easier when I'm sitting down. So what I'm doing here is, this is just a piece of watercolour cardstock. You don't have to use that because I'm going to cover this now. I've got some old pieces of book pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick these down onto my piece of card using some glue. I'm not sure what kind of glue this is. If you've got the kind of a Mod Podge or whatever it's called, feel free to use that. I don't actually have that. I have ordered some today actually, so so that's coming tomorrow. Something that I've never possessed, so I thought to myself when I was planning on doing this demonstration, oh, do you know what I really need is some Mod Podge, and I didn't even possess it, so I went and ordered myself some. So I'm just using standard kind of adhesive glue, anything that you've got really, and I'm just sticking these pieces of book pages down to the piece of card, not being too fussy as where I'm going. Oh, hello Marie from Dublin, yes. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, so I'm just going over this now, going over with my glue. Again, if you've got glue or you've got the Mod Podge or any of the kind of, is it the gel medium that lots of people use? Go ahead, use that. Again, I'm just using what I've currently got. So there's no rights, no wrongs. You know, if you haven't got it, improvise, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I seem to have gotten away with it. You know, if I don't have something, that's what you got to do. Is sometimes you've got to just use something else. So there we go. Do you know what happened last night? Because I've been doing a lot more lives, Helen said to me, and she'll be laughing now, she said to me, "You're talking too much now, you know, you're talking way too much." And I'm sorry if I am talking too much, so let me know if I'm just yabbering on there, and I'll shut up. I never used to talk whilst I'm crafting. I used to be really quiet and maybe listen to music. But since I've been doing the lives, I know that you're there, so I do try and talk at the same time. Not something I can do normally because I'm a man and I cannot multitask. As most women will know, men cannot multitask at all, which is very true. But I do my best. All right, so right, I'm gonna read a few reading some of the comments now as I'm sticking these down. So we have Ellie saying, "I love starting a project with text and book page." Yeah, it's good. I like adding those layers. And yeah, no, you know, if you haven't tried it, again, everything is mixed media. If you stick more than one thing to a project, different kinds of things, technically you're doing mixed media. You don't have to be so fussy. As you can see, I am not being fussy at all. I'm just sticking these down. Again, this is totally random. You don't have to be, you know, very arty to do this. You've just got to go for it. You know, if it doesn't work out, it's only a piece of paper at the end of the day. Again, I like to have fun. I've got an idea of what I'm going to do, but I haven't really planned this, especially colours and things. When I do my demonstrations, as you probably know by now, I'm trying to do it more kind of, you know, real and just, you know, do it as I'm going. Not so much planning, because sometimes you end up with something completely different, and you know, even if you plan something out, sometimes it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to. So I try not to plan too much in advance. Most of the idea is in my head, and you know as well as I do that the idea in your head never comes out the way you think it does, or you go in a totally different direction. So I think I'm done there with sticking this piece of these book pages down onto here. I am going to quickly dry it just because to save some time. So I'm going to use my heat tool. That is very true. Do you know, Ellie? Oh, Ellie's saying that, you know, mixed media tips. You know, if it, you know, because sometimes people can't really see some of these comments, so I'm just reading them out. Ellie is saying if it doesn't work out, cover it with a layer of gesso. Do you know, that is very true. I actually find that sometimes when I'm spraying lots of colours and, you know, it ends up really muddy and brown and dark and horrid looking and you don't like it at all, don't give up. Don't throw it away. Quite often I'll get a bit of white out or a bit of spray, either spray it on or roll it over the top, and do you know what? It'll come back to life and it'll become a totally different project to what you started with. So don't ever give up. Oh, Nicola's here as well. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nicola. I'll try to carry on talking then. Hello, everybody. Yes. Helen sends her regards as well, so she's not here at the moment, but I'm sure she's probably watching from afar. Facebook user, I can't see who you are. Sorry, if you just with the privacy settings, maybe put in brackets what your name is. Sometimes you just can't see. If you're on YouTube, it's a different case. Some people are watching on YouTube. Oops, camera, wake up. Right, some people are watching on YouTube. Again, if you're new to YouTube, please sign up, subscribe, and hit the bell. You'll be notified in advance of when these lives are going to come up. I do try and plan the lives of what days they go out. Sometimes I do impromptu ones where I just go, you know what, I want to create something, so let's just go for it. So do please sign up. It's great as well, and the difference between YouTube and Facebook is only the kind of quality of the video. In you're watching if you're watching on YouTube, you can watch in high definition as well. There's a little tool, little gearbox icon, and you click that, and you can watch in high definition as well. So you're going to get a lovely sharp picture. Whereas Facebook is only 720p, if you know what that means. So not quite as sharp. Right, let's see if we're kind of dry-ish here. Yeah, we're getting there, you know. It's kind of dry-ish. Again, this glue's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Again, it's fine. Doesn't really matter at all. Let me just wipe this up here now. I'll just say hello. Who else we got here? Oh, we've got Hazel here as well, and Ali and May from Norway. Hello, May. Right, so the next thing we want to do is I'm just going to trim the edges off this because I don't really need those on there, and then we can do some spraying as well. So I think I'm going to spray these and then we'll see what we get. Right, let me just trim that. Oh, I'll use some scissors. There we go. So I'm just going to trim this. Now, do you know when I say I haven't planned this? I haven't actually planned it, because the only thing I did do is in advance is one thing, and I'll show you that in a minute. The reason being is that when I'm doing this now, as I said, I haven't decided on what colour I'm doing things. My background, I haven't decided on the colours yet. So I'm going to maybe, if I do two, and then I can decide which one I like. I wasn't sure whether I was going to go, you know, full on colour or monochromatic. So I may do two, one in colour and one in black and white, and see what the colours come out like, and see which one I prefer. So yeah, it just gives you a choice of how you want to do things and how you want to move ahead. Just cut that now. Try to cut that right. Okay, so there we go. We've got one there. Now this is one I did earlier. See, so we've got two now. This one I've just done. Slightly tacky. This one's a little bit drier. So again, not much difference really there with those. Again, same size. Same book pages really, no difference at all. So what I'm going to do is now, so I shall get some kitchen roll, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray both of these, and we'll see which one we like the most. I'm just going to zoom out there just a touch. Sorry, camera 2. There, right, okay. So I'll do this one in colour, and I'll do this one in kind of a monochromatic colour, as they say. Right, so I'll do this, put this to one side. We'll do this one first, the colourful one, and then we can decide together in a kind of crafty yoki as to which colour is going to be the best, or which one we think we're going to go with. I'm probably thinking of colour anyway, but you know, we never know. So I've got some of my distress oxides. Again, I've got a lot of colours here. Haven't decided on which one I'm going to go for yet. And I'm just going to start spraying, and then we'll see where we go from there. So again, no particular reason why I'm doing this or any order. I'm just choosing a few colours. We've got Salvage Patina. I do like that colour. That's a nice colour, that as well. I do like that. Bit of Salvage Patina. Ooh, I do like that. There's Twisted Citron as well. That's a nice greeny colour. Nice bright colour. Do like that one as well. We'll go, as you say, I'm kind of going darker as we go through the kind of colour spectrum as well. So let's see how that works out. Oh, what else other colour shall I go for? Oh, I've got that's a nice picked raspberry. I like that colour as well. And I'll finish off with, do I want a bit of blue? Yes, blue. Green. Can't find my blue. Oh, here we go. Mermaid Lagoon. Okay, so I'll just dry this off now, and we can see what kind of colours that we're going to get from this. Oh, we've got Karen from Arizona as well. Oh, if I do, yeah. No, I haven't done a tour yet. No, the Dizzy Crafter, no, I have not done a tour. The Dizzy Crafter's asking whether I'll do a tour of the studio. Not yet. I've still got some things I've got to finish off. So I will do a tour, and I know what you're saying. You know, you would never leave the room, but you know, we do. There's only myself and Helen in the business, so besides doing this, we have to do everything else that you know, that goes with the business. Packing the orders, packing the stamps, packing the stencils, shipping everything out, marketing and designing. All of those things all have to be done by us, so it does take a little while. And now, do you see how this here, I do like that. Whereas the glue's kind of resisted the ink sprays a little bit, and it's kind of like, it's kind of not taken there. I do like that, that's nice. So I'm just drying these off. I will have to do a full-on tour. I've still got quite a bit, because we haven't actually been in here that long. So there's still quite a little bit of work to do to get it to what I would call kind of half finished. It's getting there. It's basically, at the moment, we work in it, so it's not quite up to the kind of standard I want to make it look amazing, but we will get there. And when we are there, hopefully that will be in the next few months, we'll kind of show you how it was before all this was done, and then when we actually did the studio as well. So we will show you all of that, all those kind of behind the scenes stuff, and we will do a lot more behind the scenes work as well. So if you just bear with us, we will get there. Oh yes, we do get the orders out. I know, we do try. I kind of I have to go to the post office quite often with bagfuls of post to send out. So yeah, we do try. Having a little bit of an issue here at the moment. It's not a big issue, but the Royal Mail are having a few days industrial action for, I don't know what they're striking for. Some more money, I presume, and a few other bits and pieces, better conditions. So I don't really know what they're striking for, but I mean, you know, things are hard at the moment, so I can understand. How's that? I like because of that glue is on there. I like that kind of sheen on there. That's nice, isn't it? Just zoom in on there. Yeah, I like that. You see that? See, again, not expected. This was not expected. So Thank you, Ellie. We do try. We do try. Try hard to make sure everybody's always happy. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's again that was not planned, but that's how it works. That's how doing it real, doing it live, without too much planning involved. You can get something pretty cool. I will do another one now. I'll do the other one, this one here, because yeah. Just because I want to do a more monochromatic one. So I'll put this one to one side. I'm going to probably use that one, but I'll wait till I see what this one's like. Again, I'm going to use more kind of, what we've got here. We've got, this is black soot. I know, black soot. You wouldn't think you'd want to use it, but I think this is going to be more kind of darker in colour. So we'll go with that. I don't have it in a oxide, strangely enough. I thought it would, but I don't. That's okay, it doesn't matter. Again, I'm not fussy. Sometimes I'll use the oxide sprays, sometimes I'll use these ones, sometimes I'll use dilution sprays. It really is whatever I've got. I'm not, you know, whether it's different brands, if you've got different brands, go with them. I've actually got some of the Lindy's as well, so yeah, it's just having fun with whatever you've got. So let's go for we'll try this one, see what this comes out like. Ooh, that's very dark. But that's okay, because I'll go with that. I said monochromatic, didn't I? This is picket fence. Although it looks a little bit pinkish, it's only because I put it into a different bottle, I think. It still comes out pinkish or white. Well, I think that was the reason why I swapped it over, actually, was because the spray wasn't working very well. But that's okay. We'll go with that. We'll work with that. Again, I do like that kind of black and white look that's going on. Now, sometimes when you think that, you go, oh no, that's no good, that's no good. But stay with it, stay with it. So it's not. Sometimes you can fix this as well. And it's not a case of fixing it, that it's not wrong in the first place. When this dries, this won't be as intense as you think it's going to be. So I'm going to just take out some of the colour there. And again, I wanted more monochromatic. It depends on what I'm going to do. It really does. I mean, some of these colours will evaporate off, and then you're going to get that kind of look that you're after. I do like that. I'm just thinking to myself whether I want to add in another colour or not. Am I tempted to or not? Do you know, what have we got? Oh, here's one, see here. This is another Lindy spray. This is like a very kind of dark purpley colour. Might add in just a bit of purple. Just to take the black off there. Just a hint of that. It's like mixing things up. Sometimes when you mix the brands of sprays and inks and paints, you get all these kind of different effects that you didn't think about beforehand, and it works out really well sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's where you go back in with your gesso. Why, thank you, yes. I find the distress spray stain... so saying, I find the distress spray stains are really pigmented. Yes, Ellie, yeah. Again, I like the... I don't have a favourite. I like them both. It just depends on what I'm doing. Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't. Ali's saying about the neat glossy effect. I wasn't planning on that, Ali. Again, I have actually ordered some of the Mod Podge stuff, but in a matte colour. And I was undecided as to whether to get the gloss one or the matte one, but seems I got the matte one instead at the moment. I'll tell you what I will do as well. I've got this other spray called Empty Tomb. I think it's got mica in it. It's mica in that one as well. So I will spray a little bit of that one as well. I like a little bit of mica on my work. A little bit of sparkle there every now and again. That'll look great. So once I've finished this, dried this off, I can decide on which one I'm going to use. Again, you know, maybe I'll come back to the other one another day, or maybe I'll finish one off camera and I'll show you one that I didn't, or I'll show them both finished, one in monochromatic and one in colour to see the difference. Again, I just like having fun. Okay, honey, I'll carry on talking. Oh, I should let this dry a little bit more. It is bubbling a little bit because I didn't stick it down very well, but that's fine. Because what I'm going to do next is I think I'm going to use some of my. I'm going to use a stencil on top, and I'm going to texture paste through it as well. Before we've even gotten to showing you the toadstools. Again, some people aren't even into toadstools, but hopefully this will convince you to say, yeah, you know, actually I quite like them. Let's go for it, and yeah, have some fun. I'm just drying it this other side as well, so it's bending so much. Oh, I've got ink on my fingers. Luckily, that's the back of it. That's fine. Right. I will have to be careful when I'm doing my project to not get ink everywhere. Right. So I'll stop there, and let's have a compare, shall we? See what we've got. So move those out of the way. And I should bring that one in. Now we have, do you see how two totally different ones there? And let's have a look, get that camera on there. Again, you can still see that text behind there as well, but I do like that, you see. Totally different, totally different. And I like those little speckles of colour in there as well. That makes all the difference. So they both look really cool. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I do like see the totally different contrast. Now, what I will show you is I have played with the Totally Toadstool sets when it first came out, and I did make a card. So if you want to look back on one of my previous YouTube videos, it was a pre-recorded, and I made a project with that, and that was this one here. Okay, so whether you can see that or not. So that was before I had to cut all of these out, you see, and that probably took longer than doing the rest of everything else. So again, this is one stamp there, and then I've just turned the stamp round. The other one, I think this is called the grunge. I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called now. Please, somebody help me. I can't remember what that one's called. It's called grunge. It's gone off my head at the moment. But this is a grunge flourish. I think it's called grunge flourish. That was right, grunge flourish. Again, just quite simple, but it's got plenty of dimension in it as well. I do like that. I do like that dimension in there as well. But that was one, again, with an oxide background. But I had to cut all of these out. And, you know, again, that was annoying me. So I'm glad that, I'm so glad that we have the dies now. So, again, I'm not going to create this. I'm going to create something different but similar-ish using different things. So let's have a look at this. Right. So we've got two backgrounds now. Do you know, I like this one, but I think because I think I'm going to go with the colour one. I had in my head I was going to go with the colour one. I'm thinking I will do something with this at another date, so you'll have to watch the video for that. I do like that. That's great. I love that background. Right, okay. We'll put this to one side because I will be using that again. And we'll work on this one. Now, I'm going to get a stencil. In my head, that's about as far as I got with the stencils. I was going to use, this is called the Ripple stencil. Love this stencil. Circles you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with. So I'm going to place this stencil over the top of my project, and I shall tape it down. And we're going to put some texture paste through there as well. So so we can do something really cool. Just some white texture paste. Again, this is just to add that dimension to your project as well. This is again another layer. So I'm just sticking this down. I don't want it to move whilst I'm playing with the paste. So let me just move that camera out a touch. There we go. You can see what I'm doing now. So I'm just holding that down. Okay. I think it's stuck down for now. Right, okay, and the texture paste I'm going to use is, what's this one here? Oh, This is the Distress, the grit paste. Again, whatever texture paste you've got. I just happen to have this one, so that's what I'm using. I also find some different pastes react differently to different things that you're doing. So, you know, you never find out it's going to be the same thing with different pastes. It's not. They're all different. They all work differently. That's what I found anyway. This one is quite a cool paste. In effect, I think I've told you before that sometimes if you heat it up, it becomes like glass. It's got a really kind of glassy effect on it. So I do like that as well. Just going through this stencil now, not being too fussy about it. So I'm just reading some of the comments here. Yeah, I hate, yeah, fussy cutting. Dizzycraft is saying fussy cutting. Yeah, I don't like fussy cutting. I do it if it's not too complicated. But you know, if you want to make your own life easier, you know, if there's a die available, you know, get it. And especially if you've already got the stamps. This is why, you know, we came back to our favourite, the best-selling stamps, added those dies in, and gave you guys the 30% off discount code, which makes a difference, you know. Not being too fussy here. Right, I think we're done with that. I should put the lid back on. We haven't put the lid, Mark. Right, okay. So we shall see what this comes out like. Excuse my head, everybody. Oh, I like that. There we go. Just put into a bit of water. Again, this is about, you know, creating those layers. I mean, with like, you know, you're talking about when you're doing things with mushrooms. Maybe you want to create a scene that's actually in the woods. I mean, you can do that. I kind of like doing things a little bit different. This is more like a kind of celestial, kind of like, I don't know, space toadstools or something like that. I don't know. It's a more kind of magical look about it. So I do like that to go with that. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat this up. I'm just going to dry it off. Obviously, you would normally wait about half an hour for it to dry. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to heat this up and dry it. Get that out of the way. Let me just dry this off. Just a few random bits sticking up there. That's fine. Again, this is the background, so it doesn't really matter. Let's zoom in so you can see there. I do like the circles as well. They're nice. They're really cool. Now, what I could have done, you know, thinking about this now, it's possible that I may have done it. I could have done it differently. Possibly, I've got some translucent paste as well. I could have put translucent circles on, which may give it another kind of dimension again. But I think the circles sticking out, they look great. Oh, we have bubbling as well. Just drying that off a little bit there. It's nice to see what happens when you heat something and it reacts with something else that you've already done previously as well. So that's good. It's all fun. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean it does. Again, this. I'm just seeing how dry it is. It's not too bad. It's nearly dry there. So yeah, I think we'll get away with that. That's quite nice. Me being me, I've always been tempted to spritz it again with something, but do you know, I might just leave it at that. Sometimes you can go too far or do too much. And I think for tonight's demo, I think I'll leave it like that. But you never know. I may come back to it another point and just spritz it up. Thank you, Debbie. And nice to see you, Ritva. It's great. You know, you can always watch it back again afterwards. So, right, what I'll do now is, I think what I shall do is, if it's dry, yeah, it's dry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this to my card, and then we'll crack on with doing some stamping as well. So I've got a card blank. So I've got a card blank, and I'll stick this to my blank, which will just give it, yeah, let's just give it that lovely background there. Always tempted to spritz it, but I won't. I'm going to refuse to stop, because sometimes I'll ruin something when I don't want to. So we'll go with that. And excuse me whilst I just try and line this up now. Just trying to see where it's going to go. Oh, excuse my head a second, just 1 second whilst I try and line that up. Okay, I think we've got that. Now I need a piece of tissue. So don't make too much. There we go. Okay. You know, so when you do something, you go, because you hadn't planned this and I haven't done this before. When you go, that's when you get that nice surprise that you're happy with what you've created as well. So that's great. I do like that. Lovely. Oh, Bridget's already got it. Well done, Bridget. It's great. That background is the stencil is fantastic as well. So you know it's a great stencil to have, just in your stash. Right, we'll put this to one side now because we need to concentrate now. We need to go back to doing some stamping. I think what we're all about. So I will move that to one side, and I shall get. I'll just get my stamping mat a second. And I want to do some stamping. So I've got a piece of card here. This card isn't watercolor card. It's just this is some of the Centura Pearl. Nothing. It's just a standard card. So whatever card you want to stamp on, just go for it. That's what I'm going to use at the moment. Right, and I need some stamps to stamp on. Right, okay. So I've got a few of the stamps from the set. So I'll just stamp a few out, colour one in, I shall die cut it out, and then I've already got some I've already pre-done as well, just to save those precious seconds while showing you a demonstration. Actually, we're doing quite well for time, I think. You know, I think we're doing quite a lot in that time. So, right, I shall get VersaFine Black. Now, I keep on forgetting to mark which one I have pre-inked up because I re-inked my my blacks recently. Well, not all of them. I re-inked one. I do one at a time. So hopefully this is the right one. Let's put this down there. Now I'm going to clear emboss this. Clear heat emboss it. I normally use. All right. What kind of? Right. For this, I used some watercolor card stock. Again, you could have gotten away with anything really. You know, don't have to be. Sometimes if I haven't got it, I don't use it. So I just use what I've got. And I had the watercolor cardstock, so I used it. That's as simple as that. Again, this one here I'm currently using is Centura Pearl. It's not too thin, not too thick, but it's good for stamping on. So again, great images here. Just clear emboss them now. Yes, one of Helen's big, yeah, Helen's been yeah, she's got some great. She comes up with some great sentiments, and yeah, she actually wrote a poem today, actually. So it's yeah, it's really moving. So it's fantastic. I must admit. Should put that to one side. Look at me making a mess already. Look, typical. So this is clear embossing powder. I must get myself a bigger tub to put it in. I'm getting low on my clear. I normally knock it over or get it mixed up with the white by accident, by mistake. Your fingers don't burn them. Now, once I normally like to clear emboss rather than use, say, black embossing powder, only because I don't like getting all the speckles of black everywhere. And you know, if you're using black embossing powder, yes, it does look blacker than using clear on top, but you know, it's still pretty good. And you can get away with the speckles. So we have now. Let's just zoom that in there. Now we have those. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I do love these mushrooms, or toadstools, I should say. I'm not sure what the difference is between a toadstool and a mushroom. They're fungi. Maybe somebody will tell me what the difference is. But I'm sure there's poisonous mushrooms, and I don't know whether you can eat all mushrooms or not. I don't know what the difference is. So yeah, I mean, that's great. I think I love these. So what I shall do now, I shall colour one in for you quickly, and I shall die cut it out. I'm just trying to think of which one to colour in. I think I'll colour in the... Which one should I colour in? I can't, you know what, I can't decide now. Ha, typical. Right, I think I'll colour in that one there. So the colours I'm using now, you could have easily gone over your mushrooms possibly with a blending pen. You could have just, you know, maybe masked off some of it if you wanted to. Personally, I do like to use alcohol pens where I can, just because they're easy and you can get into those little areas that you want to get into. These are the tri-blend pens. Again, great for colouring in because you've got 3 colours in one, so it saves me time, and they're good value for money. So just now with these, colouring these in, again, it's so easy. You don't have to be a master colourer and have, you know, I know lots of people have got the Copics. Again, they're amazing pens, but they're also an amazing price. So it depends on how much you do your colouring, or you know how much. Well, yeah, what you want. You know, I mean, I can't justify spending money on Copics. I'll settle for these for the amount of colouring that I do. I don't think I've ever actually tried Copics. I've heard that they're amazing, but you know, I can get away with these, and I think it's pretty good. So and it allows me to spend money on other things like Mod Podge and all the other sprays and things that I want to own. And then obviously I still want to finish off the studio as well. So to be able to give you a full-on tour of it, and once the studio is fully complete, we'll be able to do a lot more behind-the-scenes stuff, like I said. So that'll be amazing. I can't wait for that. So again, just simply colouring it in. That's pretty much as simple as that. I'd say the only thing I would do is to use. I do like using these ones as well. This is like an ice grey, again, 3 different greys in one pen, but it's good for creating that kind of the shadow on your mushrooms on the side there, maybe just underneath that you want, where you don't want full on white. I do like that as well. So you probably can't see that on camera, but trust me, it's grey. Even going with the darker grey there as well. Again, it just takes out some of that white that you don't want, and it just gives it that shade that you're looking for. Oops, look at that. Right, put the lid on. Now I shall get my die, one of my dies. So the die I'm going to use is, get the right one. Aha. Right. Again, it's pretty easy to see which die is which. So just put your die over it. I'm kind of doing this looking at my monitor now and not putting my big head in the way. So you'll forgive me if I don't quite get it exactly there, because I can't. Unless you want to see the back of my head. I don't even want to see the back of my head. I'm sure you don't either. So I'll tell you what I don't have is I must get myself some. Is I keep on getting to say I'm going to get some washi tape or the low tack tape. You know, the stuff that you stick these dies down with. Never have done so far. Hence I use this invisible tape all the time. So that's what I use. Right, I shall get my my plates for my cut. Look how bent my plates are. I must do something about that. If anyone's got any ideas to straighten your plates out, let me know. So just put that into your machine. This is an automatic machine. This is a Gemini. I don't know when I had it or why I've got a Gemini, but I've got a Gemini. It's an electronic one, so you can't see it. I'm having to talk, and you may be able to hear the noise of it going. So I'm trying to talk louder than the machine, but it is cutting the die out as we speak. Nearly finished. Right, okay, so that should cut that out. Oh, there we go. And now we have a cutout. Oops, move that out of the way. Then we have a lovely cutout, perfectly cut out toadstool. That's what I like, and that makes the difference. You see, that makes all the difference. So let me just put this to one side. I'm going to move that mat now, just for a second. Oh yeah, I will come back to that mat because I will have to stamp the sentiment. So what I have done is, just to save a little bit of time, is that I've already stamped out some of the other toadstools. I can't decide which ones I'm going to use yet or in what order, but they're here, and you know, I've got them as well. Yeah, I've even done some of the grass as well, so that's pretty cool as well. So, oh, and another little toadstool there. So they're my toadstools. That's my card. I'll tell you what I do have to do is I will need a sentiment as well. So now in the set you've got this great sentiment, which I think I'm going to use this one here. The Nature Heals the Soul. I think on the other card that I did before is that I used this is from the Create with Your Souls set, which comes with a set of 3 different stamps as well, which is really nice as well. I was going to use that, but because I've already done that before, where is it? That's it there. See, that's that set there, which is really nice. It's 3 different stamps, but it makes up one verse if you wanted to, or you can split up. So I did use that. I like that one. That's very nice. So because I've already done that, I'm not going to use that same sentiment. I'm going to use the original sentiment that comes with the set. I like it. It's Nature Heals the Soul. I think that'd be very apt. So I'm going to stamp this out as well. Let me just stamp that out first before I stick things on. I've got a piece of black card. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stamp it in Versamark, and I'm going to use white embossing powder. So I'll just put this here a second. Move that out of the way. Right. Okay. So I've got my sentiment. Versamark. Good question. Right. There we go. Oh, I've got bits. Look at me getting bits on it already. Right. Start again. Again, I'm the worst person ever for using Versamark because I can't see it. I kind of do probably extra inking of it because I can't see. There's no colour. I wish it had a bit of a colour to it. You know when you got glue that's blue but dries clear. I wish it was a bit like that, but it's not. So. Right, next thing I need to do is I need to stamp this onto this piece of black. Shall I? I'm going to go for it without even. No, I best use. I had best use my anti-static pad, just because it's white. And I've probably got sticky fingers anyway. So I'll ink that up. Now you have to excuse my head a second whilst I just work out where I'm putting that. Okay, and pretty close. I hope that's straight now. Oh. Right, we'll go with that. There is an embossing. Oh, somebody's saying there is an embossing ink with a bit of colour. Think purple. But oh, right, okay. I shall have to investigate that one. That would be good if there was. Sometimes, you know, things that can make your life easier. Right, put that there. This is white embossing powder. This is Wow, but you know, if you've got any other brand, that's fine. I don't have allegiances to anybody. Right. So that's nice. Nature heals the soul. We'll put that back in there. We'll just heat emboss that now. Again, not too bad for time as well. You know, I did say an hour. I hadn't planned this out, so whether it takes more than an hour, then so be it. But hopefully. I do have a dirty VersaVine. I've got a very dirty one. It's filthy, in fact. I will have to dig that out. Okay. That's what I like to see. I shall zoom in now. Right, so we have that there as well. A little bit of dirtiness on there, that's fine, we'll get away with that. So we have nature heals the soul. Love it. So let's move that out of the way. That's gonna, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put that yet, but we'll have to see where we go with that. Again, I haven't planned on where everything's gonna go yet, so so we'll have to yeah, it's a great, it just works, doesn't it? I think, you know, sometimes the choosing the font against the set, kind of, you know, I could spend hours deciding on what font I'm going to use for a set. So you've got to take your time, and it's just got to go with it. So I think that really does work. You know, sometimes things look a bit odd. I try to make things that'll work well. So I was just seeing some of the other comments from everybody else. Right. Wow. Right, okay, let's get on with this. Right, so now I'm deciding my placement now for everything that I'm going to use. I'm just trying to work out exactly where things are going to go. One of the things that's good to do as well is that, once you move these out of the way, is get yourself a white pen as well. Maybe if it's a poster pen or your jelly roll pens. Number one, we can use this one here, I think. So again, sometimes use your jelly roll pen just to kind of highlight some of the areas along where you've coloured in before. So you could go just go along there and just give it that kind of faux lighten as well. It just makes all the difference. Just go with that. Sorry, I just moved it off camera. What an idiot I am. Right, okay. So try it again. So just kind of go. Just kind of go over the tops there. You don't have to be perfect. Again, this isn't all about being perfect. It's just adding some kind of extras there that people think, oh, that looks really cool. So it's all those small touches make all the difference. Where else? Another one there. So I think we're kind of pretty much done. Might do a little bit to this one as well. Just go over that. This is a number 10 jelly roll white pen, but I think you get smaller ones with numbers 8 on it as well. So it's just got a slightly finer tip. Yeah, I know. It's always good to use. Always good to use when you can. So I do try and use mine whenever I can. Quick shading there of just on the side there. Just quick shade down the side of my mushroom there, the large one especially. Not being too fussy. You don't have to be too fussy with this, I must admit. You can go back in there with a dark, slightly darker shade and pull that colour out. Do I have a number 1? That is a good question. I have a number 1. No, that's a 4. Oh, way too 1. That's supposed to be a lighter colour. That's not. You know, sometimes when something really annoys you, now it's annoying me. You know, have you ever had your alcohol pens where the colour seems to be darker than it's supposed to be? Or it's darker than the other colour that was supposed to be lighter? You get that every now and again. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the way I store my pens. It probably is. But yeah, I'm going in with a blending pen now just to take some of the harshness out of the colour that maybe that I didn't like. Once that dries, that should be okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of work on my placement of where I'm going to put things. So I think, you know, sometimes you just got to kind of go with it as you go in. I'm trying to work out where all my mushrooms are going to go. Do you know what? I think I want that down. Sorry, let me just zoom that. I'm just a bit too close in now, so you can't see. Sorry, everybody. I do apologise. So I'm just trying to work out where I want the placement to go. Because sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes that's too low, and that means if I had that too low, that means maybe I wouldn't have enough space, or there's too much space above there. Maybe I'd want to put something. But sometimes I want that mushroom maybe in the centre, so I'm bringing that up off there. I think I want to do that. Maybe not too high, but we'll see. Yeah, it's going to be something like that. I'll just wipe my hands a second. I think I'm getting still some ink residue from the from my slightly not dry card. So nice to see everybody still here, still enjoying the demonstration. Right, okay. So the next thing I want to do is I'm just working on. Sometimes you've got to put one down, stick one down, and just go with it. Helen says I do procrastinate way too much. So I'm going to start sticking stuff down and just seeing where we end up. I'm just using some. This is the 3D silicone glue, just because I've got it. If you use foam pads, all well and good. The glue allows me to shuffle things around a bit if I'm not happy with them. Gives me a bit more wiggle room. So I'm just grabbing some of that glue there and working on where my main focal mushroom is going to go, and then where the other's going to go. I'm kind of layering these up into kind of some kind of layer. So I think that's going to put that there. Just stick that one down there. This mushroom is going to go somewhere. Yeah, somewhere around there. Right, okay, we'll work on that out now. That one's going to go there. Right, okay, I think I'm going to put the other one on first though. So we've got this one. Oh, but I'm all fingers and thumbs at the moment. Right, okay. Let's glue this one down. What's everyone else been doing tonight? Anything exciting? What's the weather like where you are? I mean, obviously here, absolutely raining, as I said earlier. In fact, it's probably been raining for absolutely days. It hasn't stopped. So I'm kind of. I know it looks kind of weird and it looks different like that, but it should look good when I'm finished. Go with me on this one now. I've got these two here. Next up, I think I'm going to put this one in the centre. Right, so we'll get some more glue. it's all about the end result, I suppose, isn't it? You know, sometimes you see something, you go, not so sure about that. But the glue allows me to move things around. You know, if after the live I don't like it, I will just kind of rip it off before it's dry, and I'll move things around. Rest assured on that one. Again, I do like that mushroom. Right, okay. Toadstool, sorry, I should say. I keep on saying, why do I say mushroom? So, see, that's why I do like that. That allows you to place things and move them around a touch. I can do that as well. So I'm going to move that out. Again, you know, it's working on where you're going to put things. I think that one's going to go next. I used to plan everything out, but I don't anymore. I just try and, you know, be kind of more kind of organic and natural about what I'm doing. So, you know, the lives don't look too organised. They're totally random-ish. So I'm just starting to place things there. I'm trying to see where we're going to go with that. I'm going to add some shading on there as well. I think that'd be great. I do like that. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. I've got another one there. Again, you know, you can put as many toadstools as you want on there. You don't have to put them all on. I'm just going for a toadstool collage. So we're going to see where we go there, and that's just giving those layers that you're after. I think we're getting there now. See, that will. Do I want to put? I don't know whether I want green and grass on there or not. I don't know what I'm thinking now. Do I want to put green and grass on there? Ooh. Do you know what? Maybe not this one. But I might put another mushroom on the side there. No, or on that side. No, I don't know whether I will. How does that look, everybody? I need to put some I need to shade that up a bit, but I'll get that now. Oops, have a glue on there. That's fine. So I'll stick this on here. And we'll see what we get. Oh, there we go. Excuse my dirty fingers, I'll have to just clean that up a touch. Sometimes if it doesn't clean up, I'll have to with my trusty scalpel to scrape the paint off if I've got fingerprints on there. Got a little bit of glue there, I think, but he says will it come off if I wipe it. Probably. There we go. A quick wipe over the top there. So not quite finished now. This is where you can go in with your pen. Again, just add in some of that shading that you want underneath there as well. This is where you could have done this in advance, but always, if you're not happy with it the first time, just go back in, just add some of that shading that you want. Just take some of that white out that you don't want on there as well. Yeah. How's that looking, everybody? stick that down, stay, move. And this is the reason why I use silicone glue, is I can move it around just a touch. Let's have a look at that now. Yeah. A little bit of a fingerprint there, so that's annoying. That's fine. Use my scalpel to scrape that off. Oh, I think I'm getting more fingerprints and I'm taking. Oh look, I'm getting more fingerprints and I'm taking off. I must use a piece of tissue now. Ha! I'll tell you what it is. It's coming off the off my card. That's fine. If I wipe it there, I'll come off. I must not press it with my finger now. Right, okay, stop there. Stop there, Mark. And do you know what? I might add just a little touch of something there. Zoom that out a second. A little bit. What do you reckon to a little bit of sparkle? I think a little bit of sparkle on there as well. Just come out of there maybe. What do you add sparkle with? That's a good question. Some glue. Right, not that one. Do I? Tell you what. Right, I'm using some of the glossy accents now, just to add a little bit of sparkle here and there. So a few dots where you can have random dots on there as well. That's nice. Those kind of clear blobs, they look really cool. So I'm just going over it with a few blobs there, here and there, and then I'll also just add in. I've got some glitter, which I'll just place around there as well. A few places here and there. Right, glitter, find my glitter. You probably can't see it on camera. I'm doing this and you probably won't be able to see it, but I can. I'll tell you what, maybe I'll use some different glitter. I'll shake that off now. Right. Oh, that's looking nice. I must admit, I like that now. Glitter where you don't want it sometimes, but glitter where you do. Do you know what? I'm going to add a little bit more just there. Get my glue. I do like that hint of glitter there, so sometimes if you like it, just go with it. This glitter that I was using, this is the these holographic glitter bits. This is a cosmic kind of shimmer one. It's got different size pieces in there. There's granules in there, and they're not granules. They're like, I don't know what they are. They're flaky things. Just coming off the bottom there, I think. Right, I think we're done with that now. Quick shake of that off, and yeah. I never used to be into glitter, but yeah, I do quite like the old glitter now. As again, like I never used to be into lots of things like flowers and things, but I do kind of, you know, again, you just got that magical look. I may go over and add some more down here afterwards, but we'll see now. But I think we're kind of pretty much done with that. Again, just gives it there. And you can see those layers there. You've got the text right underneath there. You've got the sprays. You've got the stencil there. And then you've got the toadstools as well. And that sentiment as well on top. So I think we're pretty much done with that. I think we are. What does everyone think? Mystical, yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you can have a bit of fun. This was fun, and again, near enough start to finish was just over an hour, so that's totally different to this one. Totally different, but similar, but different. Again, I do like doing different things with different mediums as well, so that's good. It's nice to be able to show you something. Let me just go into the front camera. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's nice to be able to show you a few different ideas of what you can do with just one of the new die sets. Hopefully, you know what? I may come back again tomorrow and I'll use another die set. So if you would like to join me tomorrow, that'd be good. I'm going to obviously do one on Saturday as well. So probably going to be on a Saturday afternoon. So that's probably US AM time. So yeah, if you want to join me, great. And I want to just say hello and a few shout outs to people there. You've got Annie, Maxine, Ivy. Well, thank you everybody. Linda. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget if you want that discount on those dies, it's dies30, DIES30 at the checkout on the website. That will give you that 30% off that you're after, which is good. I hope you have the rest of your evening to be inspired about doing something a bit different, a bit out of your comfort zone. If this isn't for you, go and do something a bit more clean and simple. I like clean and simple as well, so feel free for that. And I shall see you tomorrow with another demonstration. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet tomorrow. It could be maybe it could be some of the maybe the beer or the wine or the gin. Could be the squirrels or the hedgehog. I don't know. Or even the t-shirt as well. I do like that t-shirt stamp set as well. So good for so many occasions. So have a great... I'm going to read all your comments afterwards, and feel free to just comment and say anything that maybe you'd like to see in the future. And I will see you again shortly. So take care and have a nice evening, everybody. So goodbye.